This is Justin Case of America Newscape. Please join our friend Linda Summers and myself here to provide a glimpse into the Great Awakening, an ideology, or better defined as a Lindeology of sorts. Hello, Linda.
Hi, how are you?
We're good, we're good. Welcome to America Newscape.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I greatly appreciate it. Glad to be here.
Okay, let's start with what is the Great Awakening?
Well, the Great Awakening is a phrase that has been tossed around the internet, and I believe and feel that what it is everyone at the same time is experiencing the same emotions. We are all going through the same thing. It's not just isolated in a country or a city, but we're all going through the same thing. It's a time where there's a lot of emotions that are going to be on a roller coaster ride. We're in the second week here in the United States. Some places have not closed their doors and things like that, and having people stay at home. So there's going to be a lot of emotions. Like I said, we're in the second week, and I think a lot of people are going to start having the reality that, wow, like this is something different. We've taken a lot of things for granted. We've been disconnected. Technology is great on one respect because we get to do these shows and you get to do a lot of things, and I get to do a lot of things. We get to connect, so we think. But at the same time, it has disconnected us from really connecting, truly connecting with people. And this is an opportunity that's going to be the Great Awakening, that's going to shake up humanity to be able to learn to connect first and foremost to ourselves. So it is going to be a journey of going inward and on a self-discovery journey.
So basically, what we're going to do during this time is work on ourselves, self-discovery, come to terms with where we are and where we're going.
Yeah, I would say that this is a perfect time right now, even though it's very uncomfortable because one, we've taken a lot of things for granted, right? I mean, if we can go out, especially here in California, we can go out all times of the year. I mean, we have a lot of benefits, but at the same time, it has disconnected us. We've become so busy. It's like even before all of this, people are like, oh, I'm too busy. I don't have time for that. Guess what? You got a lot of time now. A lot of time. A lot of time to really, instead of waiting until January 1st to reevaluate your goals and what you're going to do for the year, this is a time to go in and reflect about last year, about the years past, about your everything in your life that's happened in your life and where you are today, and really being in that present moment with yourself. And if you have family, because I people, they have their husbands home and their children home and things like that. So they're having to deal with other people in where before probably they haven't, right? And this is a time where it is great to connect with your children, find out what their favorite color is, find out what they want to do when they grow up, find out their loves, their desires, their passions, and really have this time to bond.
Well, yeah, love and passion, what a wonderful concept.
Yeah.
What, okay, okay. So I'm working on myself and I'm becoming a better person, focusing on that. What does this mean for humanity? I mean, where can I help humanity? Or is that a premise that can't be attainable?
I think each one of us as an individual is part of the whole plan, right? I mean, whatever we do affects the whole. And so by us going in and staying very positive during this time, not going into panic and real, because what we put out there, we are creating and bringing back to us. And so right now would be a really good time to go in and evaluate the things in your life to find your truth, not what your parents, not what society, not what anybody else says, but what you say as an individual, and find out your passions, your love, your truth. And by doing that, and your gifts, so whatever your passion is, maybe you were working in a corporate job or you were doing something that you were like, yeah, it's a job, it provides money, gets me where I, pays my bills and my rent and things like that. But you really want to be a chef. This is the perfect time to start diving into that. Start doing some research. What can you do to going to school, and things, of course, now that we're not making any money, but it's just doing the research and finding out what you can find out, because there is a lot of stuff that's going on behind the scenes that we don't really have an idea about. And I feel that the trajectory of where we're going is much better than where we were headed as a humanity. And so I think as each individual really takes that inward journey, and it's very uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable being with yourself because we're so used to being out in the world and being so busy and doing, and not really just being and really honoring that space of being with ourselves. And what does that mean? And what does that look like? So yes, as you do the work, that only helps humanity. So what we think and what we do is it goes out into the world, and it does create, and we are actually all creating this at once, depending upon where we're at mentally. So I think this is the time that to take a look at, it's like a house. If you build a house, you have to break up the foundation in order to build something on top of that. If you don't, and you leave the foundation unsettled, the house at which you build on top may be temporary, but in the long run, the longevity of it is not going to last. It's the same thing in humanity. There has to be breakdowns of systems in order to build things for the betterment of humanity. Because like I said, where we were headed was a very long and dark road that we were going. And I think that a lot of people don't realize what's been going on. So what we do as an individual does affect the whole. So it is important to go in. It is important to find out what your passion is. We need each and everyone's gift to come forth. For you to do what you do best, me to do what I do best, that person to do what they do best, to bring that out and create the world in which we want to see. But we're going to be the ones that do that.
Wow, Linda, I don't mean to cut you short. We could talk about this all night, but we would really love to have you back on, and we'd really like to further these conversations.
Yeah, I'd love that. Absolutely.
This has been Justin Case and Linda Summers sharing a glimpse into the Great Awakening. Thanks for joining us. Please remember, additional information and links are provided in this video's Read More, and to support humanity everywhere, please consider subscribing to this channel.